My name is Justine Allegre, and this is my senior project at Cal Poly State University, San Luis Obispo. I am reintroducing a hotel development for a city in need. This city can be known as the Crescent City, the Big Easy, or simply New Orleans, in Louisiana. Within this city, there are 13 districts and 17 neighborhoods. So the story goes. My site is located within the French Quarter, which is closest to the Mississippi River and the beautiful Garden District. Specifically, my site is situated along North Rampart, Iberville, Bienville, Burgundy, and Conti Street. This map indicates where my site is in the French Quarter in relation to existing tourist points of interest. The context surrounding my site varies with different land uses. The following land uses are areas that could influence my site and design. These areas are the surrounding adjacent blocks: Bourbon Street, Our Lady of Guadalupe Chapel, Iberville Housing Development, Louis Armstrong Park, the Superdome, Jackson Square, Harris Casino, the New Orleans Port Building, and the Riverwalk. From the so the story goes. Being in New Orleans, weather conditions and land formation play an important role in my design. This map indicates the sea levels in the city. The darker purple points out areas that are below sea level, while the lighter areas are above. The French Quarter is above sea level since it was one of the first areas in the city to be developed. Unfortunately, 80% of New Orleans is below sea level and as a result was flooded by Hurricane Katrina. After the hurricane, many residents moved out of New Orleans. This picture shows the difference in size of white pages with resident addresses before and after the hurricane. As a city that needs revamping, my project aims to strike people's interest in wanting to be in this city again. Within the French Quarter, there is only one area of green space in this urban context, which is Jackson Square. By reintroducing a hotel into the city, I will include more urban green space for the public to use. Before designing, it is important to know the needs and wants of the city. The following are statements taken from the city's Planning Commission that state some of the goals they have for the future of New Orleans, such as more public transportation, promoting bicycle usage, becoming more pedestrian friendly, and maintaining the historical context of the city. Unfortunately, the city of New Orleans does not want a new hotel development within the French Quarter, but in my project I will reintroduce how a hotel can be beneficial to both community and visitors alike. My goal is to stay away from the typical big box hotel designs that have limited to no green space. Many of these hotels are present within New Orleans. Instead, I will connect indoor and outdoor spaces, combine ideas, and introduce a different approach to hotel design. These two precedents help me gain ideas and concepts for my hotel development. This particular site in the French Quarter was chosen because it had many vacant and abandoned buildings, plenty of hardscape, but no green space or streetscape to consider the site well used. So first concept is traditional. It keeps the existing buildings where they are currently located, and it also considers some of the city's planning goals. An entrance plaza is located at the corner of Iberville and Burgundy Street so that drivers coming from both directions can be welcomed. Also, an outdoor cafe is placed along the main street to attract people passing by to enter the site. Next is a concept that shows formality. This concept is not as conventional. It does consider and address some city requests such as opening up the French Quarter to other areas of the city. Proposing this concept is having a new bicycle lane in the median of North Rampart Street to connect with large outdoor plazas of the hotel. Also, this concept has the buildings of the hotel separated to allow users of the site to experience and utilize the outside spaces with events such as public art installations. Lastly, the third concept is more audacious and bold because of its structure, shape, and the outdoor spaces it creates within it. These geometric shapes create outdoor spaces that can be used for public access. These spaces can change depending on uses, seasons, and the time of day. The green spaces within the site are needed in order to connect the gaps between the buildings. These areas can be used for private uses such as pool space for the hotel guests. From these three concepts, I have learned that they each have benefits and constraints for my hotel development. In my next step towards my project, I will take the good components from each of the three concepts and create my final design. Thank you for watching my progression towards my senior project.